Well folks, it's that time of year again when... Hang on. Okay, let's try again. Well folks, it's that time of year again when the people you love infect you with a deadly plague that makes you cough your lungs up and want to violently kill everyone who gave it to you. Actually, what I meant to say was, it's that time of year when people start wearing fantastically unfashionable jumpers and preparing their wallets and stomachs for the inevitable unnecessary present buying and epic feasts of Christmas. Can you believe I actually finished my Christmas shopping in the middle of October? Can we just take a moment to realise how amazing and abnormal that is? Usually I have absolutely no clue whatsoever what to get people for Christmas, so I do what everyone else does and just forget about it until the 17th of December, when I suddenly descend into panic mode and throw myself out there into the last minute Christmas shopping crowds, hoping to escape with both some slightly suitable presents and my life. But this year I just had a really lucky spree of walking into shops and going, I bet so-and-so would like that, until I counted up and realised that I'd accidentally assembled all the presents I'd need. So I figured the best way to celebrate this festive victory was to buy myself a present. I mean, why not? But what would someone like me need at this time of year? I mean, probably something warm, but then I'd rather have something nerdy or cute and Japanese. If only there was a way to combine the two. But wait, there is! It's a Totoro hoodie. It's super furry, and it has a hood so I can literally be a Totoro. And look, I even have a tail. So yeah, I'm never taking this off. In other news, I've been working on a nice Christmassy surprise for you guys while I've been holed up in my fortress of phlegm. Everyone loves a good Christmas song, so I decided to put a modern twist on a classic tune which I think you might enjoy. But no spoilers before Christmas, you'll just have to wait. What else have I been doing other than playing way too much Pokemon Stadium? I unlocked Hyper Mode in the minigames the other day. I had no idea that even existed. One of the more hidden things in Pokemon Stadium is that if you have a minigame tournament on the hardest level and beat the computer 5 times in a row, it unlocks a hyper mode that makes the computer-controlled opponents extra hard. Which reminds me of the first time I ever unlocked hard mode on Super Mario Land, which I've never actually played, by the way, because once you've sat there for a good 40 minutes completing it the first time, who can be asked doing it again straight off? That's the only thing missing from so many early games, permanent save files. Although, thinking about it, it did make dedicated gamers of us, because nowadays it's so casual just to go, I might mess around on Skyrim for a bit, but it doesn't really matter if I don't get anything done, because I can just go back to my earlier save. In fact, I'm just going to walk around being a douche and triggering glitches because there are no consequences. But when you're on an arcade game or an early platformer like Super Mario, there was no safety net to fall on if you messed up, so you had to play that game as though it was the most important event of your life. No time for snacks, no time for messing around. If you didn't put your nose to that grindstone and beat that game before your mum shouted tea's ready, you were screwed, because the second you flicked that power switch, it was right back to square one, like you'd never even unboxed the game. So intense. I love getting really involved in games. You non-gamers always think us button mashers are just sitting around wasting our lives the whole time. No, we are some of the hardest workers out there, man. You have no idea how long we spend pushing our brains and hands to the limit for the glory of eventual victory. It can take weeks, months, even years to defeat that near impossible boss or reach the end of the story, but no matter how many times we get knocked down, we open another bag of crisps and reload, because we know that even though we may never have a functioning social life, and that we'll always be known as that 40-year-old nerd who lives in their mum's basement, one day we will complete that game. Arise, gamers, as the underdog leaders of the world! I might mess around on Pokemon Stadium for a bit. Join me next week for a Christmassy surprise.